that note, I'd like to introduce you again to Dr. Enrol Rossley, who's a reader in enterprise and entrepreneurship, director of business engagement, and the program director for small business leadership program. And I always introduce her with saying that I don't think we can ever thank her enough for all the hard work she puts in the success of this program. She's the center of this program that holds the whole thing together, the amount of hours and amount of back and forth with the entire team. I think it's just, you can never thank her enough for that. And on that note, I'll pass you over to Dr. Enrol Rossley. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, Sunaina. I think I won't be able to do it without the great team. So I can see that for the SBLP, we have Nathan here and we have Sunaina here being with me today. And thank you so much for you guys that actually make time, an hour of your time to actually know Brunel better. So what we are trying to do today is to share with you the services that we could actually provide for you and work with you to make sure that you will be with us for quite of your growth journey. So I have to say that I'm so happy to see you all again. I mean, when I look at all of the participants list, I can still remember in terms of when I read about your business, when I actually look into whether we should actually accept the application. And now I can't believe that a majority of you have completed the program. I know that there's only one cohort left that we need to complete soon. So for those who have completed the program, I hope you are happy with the certificates that you got, and more importantly, in terms of reaping the benefit from the insights and knowledge during the program to help your organization and yourself as a leader to grow. So we are going to have around 6 presenters today coming from the whole universities, sharing more than 10 services in total that you could actually select if you want to work with us in the future. So I think today's session aim is actually so you are a bit familiarized in terms of the touch points that you could actually connect with us. Maybe not thinking about it now, maybe in the future that we might need something, and then you just have a deja vu. Oh, I remember about this session that explained by Ainurul, and you wanted to connect back to us in the future. Yeah. So if you are not sure, if you want to ask for help in any areas, you have Sunaina's email, you have my email, just connect to us and we'll be more than happy to actually pass you around to our team in Brunel, and you're gonna see together around 6 of the teams across Brunel, and then you're gonna listen into their services, and I hope you will find our sessions today useful. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat function. Sunaina, and I pass you to the first presenter, Dr. Geraldine Cohen, that is going to present to you about Brunel Hive. Geraldine, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Enrol, and hello everybody. I'm so excited to see you here and meet you, and again, welcome to you all to Brunel University, and how happy we are to work with you. I would like to talk to you about Brunel Hive, which the way to look at Brunel Hive is to imagine it as a big umbrella. And under this umbrella there are lots of activities. But if I would have to define Brunel Hive, it's basically a business engagement platform at Brunel Business School, Brunel University. And basically our mission is to what we call engineer the accelerated growth of West London businesses, and indeed businesses across London and the Southeast. So it is an engagement, interaction, support a platform for us as a university, as a business school, to help you grow. And by all means, please, we are accessible online via our website. and you can look and see what we do. But in a nutshell, first of all, Brunel Hive is based at Business School. So like myself, like Ainurul, myself, Sunaina, all the colleagues that you come in contact, or some of them, not all of them, are based at the Business School. We work with businesses all the time to try and deliver the define and deliver scale up objectives. So basically we help you and many others like yourself and try to support you and help you to grow. We have a wide range of partnership programs, and we work very hard to establish and to maintain strategic collaborations in the UK and as well as abroad. We are based, our work and our mission is based on the principle of engaged scholarship. And what this means is that we connect high impact academic research with ambitious high growth businesses like yourself. And finally, we are powered by what we call the Brunel Entrepreneurial ecosystem. What this is basically that we make use of all the resources and all the knowledge and all the academic foundation from all the departments within the university. So if you have a business problem, or you have an engineering problem, or you have an HR problem, then we can find you someone within the university that could help you. So we are not limited just to the business school expertise, knowledge, and scholarship. We can access, so through us, we can help you to access everybody in the university. Right, moving on. I would like very briefly to introduce you to the range of activities under the Brunel Hive umbrella. And they are here, if you can see, there are 9 main activities and basically opportunities for you to interact. The first one is the Brunel Hive Executive in Residence. We have a number of between 18 and 20 executives from industry and commerce who have kindly agreed to be our executives in residence. And they act as supporters and mentors and advisors for our colleagues and for our students. Also help with the relationship that we have with you, with yourself. The second one is the Brunel Hive Executive Learning. And my colleague, Dr. Bidit Day, runs this stream of activity. And we provide, just like SBLP, we provide executive learning for UK-based SMEs, as well as universities and SMEs and companies abroad. The third one is Brunel Hive, what we call In Conversation, where we bring executives from companies at various levels of development, and we have conversations. So the conversations between our academic colleagues with executives, industry executives. We record them, and then we make them available for use for our students and for other academics and for yourself. The fourth one is the Brunel Hive Consulting Group. It is run by our colleague, Danny Sagafi, and is basically offering services. So Danny is here with us. She's going to talk to you in a minute and present you with what the consulting group can offer. The fifth one is the Brunel Hive Review, where we elaborate and discuss and write about our research and about our connections and research-based, industry-based research. And you're welcome to read. We have a number of publications on this review, and you can have a look through them. This one is the Brunel Hive Research Series, which involves the research group within the university. And it's we're offering a platform for our research groups to show off their achievements. Further on, the Brunel Hive Co-Create series, where we try to engage our students to, we challenge them. It's basically a challenge. We ask them to solve various problems. So if you have, for example, a problem that you would like the students to be involved, and you would like this tremendous young resource to help you, this is a very good way to do it, is through the Co-Create series. And look, you have to look at it as a form of challenges to students. We have a very extensive Brunel Hive webinar program, which is run by our colleague Asier, and she's available for you to talk about it. So you can already access our webinar series. It's on the web pages, the Brunel Hive web pages, and we've run this program for more than a year, and it's been very, very successful. I would like to say now goodbye to you all and leave you in the very capable hands of Danny.
Thank you, Geraldine.
Bye, everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danny Sagafi, and as Geraldine introduced me earlier, I lead the consulting arm of Brunel Hive. So I'll just give a very brief description of what we do in the consulting group and how that could be of assistance to small and medium and micro enterprises. So we offer flexible but more traditional type of consultancy to small businesses, drawing on our experts who are over 100 business academics and practitioners within just our business school, but also the wider university. So immediately we will be able to put you in touch with subject matter experts in the areas of management consulting or business that you would need consultation. If I was to summarize our services, I can put them broadly in 3 categories. We can help you to develop sustainable strategies through our strategy consulting offerings and translate these strategies into results. We can help you with performance improvement and helping your entity to achieve their optimal performance potentials. And we can also help you with transformation projects to bring the most relevant capabilities of your business and help you go through biggest transformations. So in each of these categories, we have different offerings, but flexibility to work across as well, or tailor make your consulting offering to the service that you may need. We do market research as part of the strategy. If you wish to have insight and information for us to analyze your markets, customers, products, competition, and other business drivers that are impacting your current market. We can help you with market entry projects to enhance your ability to explore other markets and achieve the optimal mode of entry into unfamiliar markets, for instance. We can help with strategic planning. We can help you to for growth and innovation, to put the strategies in place and help you expand or deliver new sources of value to your entity. Additionally, on the performance improvements, we can offer a range of commercial finance solutions to help you find a suitable business plan or put a suitable business plan in place, to help you do the annual budgets, reporting, put templates for reporting packs, help you arrive at specific KPIs which are of most value, and as a result, basically help managing your business. We can also help with profitability analysis, diagnosis and implementation in terms of the life cycle performance, in particular life cycle that your business might be operating in, and many more services. And lastly, I'll just touch on transformation projects and consultancy work we can help you with, which is basically to help you set clear outcomes and specific performance metrics to help you build the right digital strategies. And we have experts through Brunel Hive Network to those digital experts as well. And also, if there are mergers and acquisition transformations that you are considering in terms of entering new markets, acquisitions, or even the sell side and disposal of your entities or parts of your entity, we can help with all of that as well. And our colleagues can help with all of that. I'll be the contact person that can basically offer you consultation one-to-one to figure out what type of service is it that can benefit you the most, and then put you in touch with the right experts from those over 100 business school colleagues who are practitioners as well with their depth of knowledge. So please get in touch. I've put the Brunel Hive website details for you as well, that you can find more details and contact details of all of us. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rebecca, and I would like to speak a little bit about placements with Brunel students. You could just go to the next slide and you had to click through that. Okay, so essentially part of the Professional Development Center includes the placements team, which I am a part of, and we work with both undergraduate and master's level students to be able to do placements as a part of their course. And we do particularly like to see students being able to work with local businesses and SMEs in particular, because we do think that it gives them a chance to really delve into a business at a deeper level. And so we see a lot of benefits to that. So we do enjoy working together. And we have both 6 to 12 weeks or 9 to 12 month options for students. And we do try to be flexible. So if you really want someone for 6 months or a different time period, we can work together to see if that would be possible to work with what your business needs. We have students really from every background. So I've just listed a few here if there are particular areas that suit what you're looking for what your business might need. And how does it work? So if you do decide, you want to think about it, this is not by any means a commitment to saying you're going to take a student, but you just want to learn a bit more, have a conversation to understand your business in particular and how it might fit with the placement scheme. We have either a link where it has a very short survey you can fill out, or you can email us at placements@brunel.ac.uk. And after I finish this talk, I'll just put the link to the registration form in the chat box so it's easily accessible. And if you complete that and let us know kind of generally which student backgrounds you might be interested in speaking to, you'll be put in touch with the correct advisor so you can talk about it and see if it might be the right fit. Again, you don't need to confirm that you're going to do this right now, but if you're just interested in that initial conversation, we would be happy to have that with you. And we are able to really support you throughout the whole recruitment process to make it easy for you. So we can advertise the role, we can kind of help you figure out particular students that might be a good fit based on your needs. We can help you collect CVs and cover letters. We can assist with the interview organization if needed, and support you to actually set up the placement, you know, especially if you're deciding you want to do a virtual placement. We now have a little more experience with employers doing that, or any potential problems or concerns throughout the placement. So we try to make it easy for you so you don't need to worry about getting, you know, a million emails from students with their CVs. We can kind of collect it for you, make it easy, and try to help you through that process. So we're here to kind of help if you do decide you want to think about taking on a placement student, or if you just want to understand what that might entail. Please feel free to fill out the form or to email us and give us a little more information so we can help talk to you about that.
Sorry, Gernam and Rona.
Hi, Anurul. I will be presenting on Rona's behalf today, and Gernam's going to support me.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Oh, so you are doing it, not Gurnam, is it?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Gernam's here to pitch in whenever she wants.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Shakbal. I'm a project manager now for Going Away Journeys. If we can just move on to the next slide, I can explain what Going Away is. It is a jointly funded program by Brunel University London and the European Region Development Fund. We have two other projects under the umbrella of Going Away, known as Going Away Journeys and Bridging the Gap. Now, what is the aim of Going Away? The aim of Going Away's program is basically to support businesses like yourself in innovation, enhancing your abilities to compete in the market, bringing new products and services to the market, and any other business challenge that you have, where we can support you to grow and take some academic expertise from Brunel University to help you with your research needs, and work on anything that you think is lacking in the business at the moment. Now, the two different projects are Going Away Journeys and Bridging the Gap, like I said. How they're differentiated, they're distinguished on the needs of the businesses. Now, Journeys is more focused towards growing businesses or more established SMEs, which have been trading over 18 months and so. However, Bridging the Gap supports new startups, entrepreneurs. It helps them to scale and grow their innovative ventures. Bridging the Gap can help drive a startup forward through mentorship from experienced entrepreneur directors, and it also offers flexible training programs to fast track an idea. Journeys, on the other hand, provides you an opportunity to work with our academics. It also provides workshops, tailored workshops, which could be around your different needs, such as cash flow, pitching, trade, value proposition, and business model canvas. Yes, please. How we can support you. So like I said, we offer one-to-one diagnostics with innovation director like Gernam herself, where she can understand your business idea, your business problem, and work on it with you to find the right match from Brunel University. It could be a student, an academic working on it already, and maybe we can bring in your idea and try to refine it. The student can bring in an innovative side to it. They can bring in new ideas, the young mind. The academics can then give them the right direction and bring in the more research side of it. They can help you in understanding whether you want to take that innovative idea forward and maybe commercialize it later on. We also provide workshops and webinars to support business learning. They could be around, like I said, different business needs, cash flows, business model, like I mentioned before. We also do joint events with Brunel Hive. We've got a lot more conferences coming up this year, starting in June, which are around international trade. One of them is West London Meets India, around sustainability, climate, health and well-being, resilience after COVID, and a lot more. So how you can get involved, like I said, you can work with us. We cover all sorts of collaborations and all sorts of research, just like all sorts of schools, basically. It could be computer science, product design, digital design, engineering, business school. We also can work towards your funding side. We can provide more expertise on that. So if you've got a research idea and you're looking for funding, then maybe we can give you the right direction to go into that. BTG can give you skills training. It can give better mentor. It can give you a better idea of what you are looking at and how you can refine that idea and commercialize it and start it as a business. So I would just ask Gurnam to pitch in if she wants to right now.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much for giving the overview of the program, Sarish. And I think it was just important to distinguish between what my colleague Rebecca presented by way of placements. Where Co-Innovate is different, where Sarish mentioned working with students. These are students who are typically undergraduates in their final year of their degree course and postgraduates who are also looking at a project topic for their dissertation. So these are students who are thinking about a piece of research and industry have an opportunity to present projects to students for them to then select them and collaborate with you on the project. So they won't be based at your business premises like a placement. They will be based at the university, but you will have ongoing contact with the students. And also, as Sarish said, the opportunity is also to access our expertise by collaborating with academics. And she made reference to the opportunity to discuss research and potential funding, where we then make an introduction to our research support and development office, the team from whom you'll be hearing from today. So it's all interconnected. So if your requirements are that you want to access a student but not quite sure if it's a project or whether it's a placement, then by all means come and speak to Co-Innovate. And as I said, we work very closely with colleagues across the university to ensure that you receive the right level of service that's right for your business. But I think I'm up. We may be up. I wasn't sure if Q&As will be asked later on, but we do have a slide. Enrolled, can businesses ask questions, or are we leaving that?
Yeah, we can have a questions after Michael's session. So a few more minutes, and then we're going to do a Q&A.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'll leave it to the next presenter, Michael Joseph, who will introduce the next slide. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it me, Anirul? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Fascinating discussion. I'm Michael Joseph. I work in the Research Support and Development Office, and I work as Business Development Manager, focusing on healthcare and medical technology. So very briefly, the Research Support and Development Office, as some colleagues already mentioned here. So we lead the effective application of Brunel's expertise, its application in the field of external research funding and research contract management. And for this purpose, we facilitate excellent collaborative research innovation partnerships management. So we have a business development team. We have 5 business development managers. I focus on healthcare, as mentioned. So others, one of my colleagues is already here. He covers creative arts, and then we have colleagues covering digital economy, clean energy, and manufacturing, advanced manufacturing. So this, and most of us came from both research background and working in industry or practice background. So I want to highlight 2 instruments we have for collaborative research innovation development process. One is Business Resilience Fund. So this was launched in November last year, after a study on the impact of COVID on small businesses, SMEs, to help them to adapt and build resilience for their recovery and future growth. So up to £10,000 worth of this is new money, but that is translated as a new staff or new research assistant working with the SME or with healthcare providers or with businesses or enterprises. So that it would help them to adapt or develop collaborative research innovation solutions to strengthen their offers. So we of course expect some criteria to be fulfilled, that it fulfills that especially matches the need you are proposing. It matches with our expertise, and it can give some demonstrable impact for your organization to generate value or your business models, and then further value addition for the wider economy. See, for example, after the launch of this, and of course, a potential long-term engagement relationship. We do not want to say small contract and goodbye. No, we want to continue that journey, a collaborative partnership. So say, for example, since the launch of this end of November, December last year, we have been approached by around 15, 18 organizations. So we already approved 3, and like one, for example, in Oxfordshire, a small hotel group, how to digitalize their hotel booking system through this facility, because we know hospitality sector is severely impacted because of COVID. And then we have a local enterprise charity in Hillingdon. My colleague Bal, who's attending this, he's managing this partnership. They want to digitalize their service provision. So our Brunel experts are working with this healthcare organization to digitalize their service provision. Again, this funding is helping. A third one from West London is just in the early phase. We have, in principle, we have approved, again, digitalize their service provision for employment training, working with the youth. So very fascinating examples. And then, of course, we have some conditions. These organizations have to meet, some, minimum financial turnover, in this case, £100,000 for last 2 years, and then quite a quick turnaround. So you have the email contacts here, but I will also send the link of this after this presentation. So may I request next slide, please? So the next facility we have is Innovation Voucher. This is again very similar to what we mentioned earlier, but up to £5,000 worth of a new staff time. A new researcher would work with you and our SME or business organizations or healthcare providers, and then Brunel research experts. And then in this case, of course, you should be a UK registered organization, and then you have an idea, you have a proof of concept, you want to generate data or test its viability. For example, as I mentioned here, since its launch in 2017. Brunel supported 40 organizations with Innovation Voucher, and I've been involved in 4 to 5 in the last 1 to 2 years. And it's in one case, it's not just ending there, but we have helped around 8-9 organizations to take this to the next level, to acquire more funding for collaborative research innovation from Innovate UK or other funding streams. So we have generated, I know this number is outdated, almost say 2 million, and 70% of that is going to SMEs, to businesses, not to universities, though we do lots of heavy lifting. So this is beautiful story. And then also other partnerships, we want this innovation voucher to take you to Innovate UK Smart Grant Award or Knowledge Transfer Partnership Award. So that collaborative approach. The next slide, please. So just as conclusion. So this is a case study of, I worked with this SME, just after COVID. It's a COVID resistant office board. So they came to us to generate data, to have this technology tested with our engineers and our virologists. And what happened in 3 months' time, they developed an offer with Brunel and went to Innovate UK with all the competition, but they got this funding. Now they are in the plan to take this to the route to market. They already got some contract with some high street, organizations to rejuvenate the high street with office or COVID-resistant office sports. So again, Luke, with whom I worked a long time, it was very humbling to get these kinds of positive feedback, how Brunel's, work helped him or his organization quickly to commercialize and take the product to market. So we are talking here really from a business SME perspective, not just bookish research. And so that is the spirit we bring in. So next slide, please. So with this, so as I said, it's a beautiful story. So we are thinking long term, how could we strengthen the capacity of SMEs and businesses for collaborative research and innovation? So again, I've put this question here. So if if you have ideas where you want to be supported, as some of you might say, the R&D ecosystem, the research and innovation ecosystem, how do you approach the funders, or some coaching and mentoring? This is not the right proposal for you, but how to support you in that process. Or again, if you have ideas, I will request you, please do put forward in the chat box or contact me. So the next slide, so you'll have my contacts there in the next slide. So you get an idea, so how we work. And also again, very positive testimonies from some of the organizations with whom we work. NHS, for example, here saying that how Brunel's work, our data scientists, our expertise, how it helped them in their planning for NHS. So it's again very humbling to receive these kinds of feedback. So I should stop here. So I just want to announce, as part of capacity building, we are having a master class on health research partnership, what works well, on 5th of May, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. I'll send you the link. Please feel free to join. So it's again very practice-based insights from SMEs, other actors, and Brunel experts sharing their experience. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be quick, a little bit about, before we're going to do a poll to ask you which services that you would like to be contacted. So I think rather than, you can contact us directly, but we will also would like to know which services that you would like to know more about. And after my presentation here, Sunaina will actually put up a poll where you could actually, provide some information there. Next slide, Sunaina. Quickly about Help to Grow. Now, if you actually have listened to our Chancellor's presentation, and also on the news, the next program to support small business leaders is called Help to Grow program. Now, Help to Grow is actually a much more deeper, much more rich support program that we are putting together to support small businesses starting September. And why I'm presenting this is because if you would like to actually send some of your partners, directors into the program, I think this is something that we would also would like to ask, and encourage as well. Now, a little bit different from the SBLP, because the participants or the businesses that actually engage with this program will actually receive a much more value added, because one of the reasons is that it is actually 90% funded, and the participants are actually charged around 750. But as you know, that is actually a tax allowable expenses, and for what you're gonna get for a 12 weeks, but a continuity or engagement with the program mentors and business facilitators up to 6 months or 12 months, depending on how fast you're going to use the service. So a little bit of different, because it's actually hybrid. It's some of it is actually going to be online, offline, 50 hours over 12 weeks. And the curriculum is actually designed building on what we have actually provided in the SBLP, much more deeper in terms of a new module on digital transformation, something like that, making it much more embedded in terms of the whole information, insights that you need to actually lead and grow the business further. So you will then receive a 10 hours of one-to-one support, similar what you receive now, but it's actually a more extended version of it. A specific mentor, half of it you're going to spend with the business facilitators, and another half of the timing of the mentor you could actually then choose from a network of industry partners that we have. The one that Geraldine from Brunel Hive mentioned about EIR, you know, if you need expertise insight from industry leaders in a certain industry, you know, you could actually pick and choose in terms of who you want to speak to. So that's a bit different there in terms of the next program. And similar like the current one, you will also have this peer-to-peer learning, and more importantly, you will have access to this alumni network. Now, we are in the process of setting the SBLP alumni network, but for this one, you will then actually have both the Brunel SBLP alumni network and also the National Help to Grow network. So that is actually a slightly different, but it also comes with a little bit of investment from your side. And we will only be able to accept one person from one particular businesses, because the added value is a lot into the business itself rather than the leaders actually attending the program. And as you can see, in terms of the requirement is quite similar with the SBLP. So I would actually encourage you to contact Sunaina if you are interested to put forward names, anybody that you want to recommend. Feel free to do that. Because of the payment thing, the participants are charged 750, and that's the reason why we have to be very selective as well in terms of who can actually be in the program. But the benefit that you're going to get will be much more, you know, it will go beyond what you actually receive, and you know, in terms of the value that you pay. So that's a little bit about it. And next slide, if you look into this, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Some of you, I realize that Anuj, you are here, and I really like what you mentioned there, Anuj. And you know, for those who actually have given us a very good feedback, we are actually using that to actually encourage others to talk more on this. Maybe Sunaina, can you actually pull up the poll so that we can actually know what kind of services that you are interested on, and we could actually help you better on that. And especially if you are interested to you know, suggest somebody from your business for the Help to Grow, and or recommend to other partner other business fellows on your network, please free to do that, because we are running 2 cohorts in September. And you know, if you actually be able to help us to suggest and share with your network, that will be good. And with the learning that we have so far for a year, the benefit, you know, and the value added that the whole business support team are gonna put into the Help to Grow program is quite tremendous. Next slide, Sunaina. Yeah, so I also put here a few other names, and in terms of the you know, the benefit that the program actually provided. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. And Sunaina will then lace out and share with you all of the relevant information, the slides, the contact details that you could actually contact directly, either to Rebecca, Michael, to Sarish and Gurnam from Co-Innovate, or to Brunel Hive, Brunel Hive team, Danny and Geraldine. Or if you cannot remember any of them, just reply to Sunaina, and we're gonna be able to connect you to the rest of the Brunel team. So I'm going to open you to a Q&A. If you want to ask any question to any of the panelists, feel free to do so while you actually answer the poll that actually in front of you. Any questions you want to ask? Yes, Justin, we will actually share the slides with you, including the contact details as well, direct contact details to the speakers.
Any more questions? Feel free to either just unmute yourself and ask, or you can put it in the chat box.
And if any of the my colleagues who wanted to share more information and elaborate about your service, you know, feel free to do so if you think that you wanted to share a little bit more. And I think beyond these services, because we do actually have others as well. We didn't actually manage to invite all of the services that we could actually do that for you. We have a center laboratory research, where we provided there's some space for businesses to rent. We do also have that. We have design plus. If you have a design related challenge, we're more than happy to actually pass your information to design plus. But if you connect with us or co-innovate, we'll be more than happy, because especially if you talk to Gurnam and the innovation director, she will be able to assess based on the problems that you have in terms of who you need to speak to in Brunel to help to make sure that we can actually help you to solve your issues and problem. Any questions so far, or all everybody are clear?
I tried to fill in the thing, and you could only fill in one service. Is that you were interested in? Is that correct? I was interested in two, and it wouldn't allow me to do that.
Would you guys, I guess that's the I think it's the technical error at the poll setup. Would you guys be kind enough to just put your options in the chat box, and then I'll make sure the right person is in touch with you for the right thing?
Oh, thank you for letting us know. Apologies
for
that.
Let me just have a look at it. I'm doing it at the back end. But
can you maybe you end the poll, and then maybe you can actually put it in a separate question. It has to be in a separate question. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
This one. Can you we actually have a separate a separate question there. No, is this a different question? Yeah. Thank you for letting us know.
Sorry, the one about service is a separate poll. I'll launch the other one in the meanwhile, which is more about the event today and everything. But I'll look at the other one.
Yes. So if you can let us know, that would be good, and we will then contact you directly, because otherwise, it's going to be challenging for us to know what kind of services that you want. Or you're going to receive the documents immediately after the meeting, and you can also connect with all of the services directly, because we are working as a team, as one team. So it should not be a problem if you want to contact them directly. But if you want Sunaina to pass you the information, we are more than happy to do the same as well.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't quite understand, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Judy. Thank you.
Are we about to finish like 5 minutes before the time?
Yeah. So Dhruv, I think I agree, Dhruv. You are correct. If you're not really sure, you can just simply contact Sunaina, and she will then pass the information. I wish that the poll was actually working, that we can actually know immediately and we can then pass the information immediately. But in this current situation, just reply to the email to Sunaina, and we will then forward you to the correct person. Or if you're not really sure which services is relevant for you, what I would suggest you to do is just simply to reply like, I want to do this. I have this problem, and I'm not really sure which services that's actually useful. And what Sunaina will do is she will then pass the information to all of our colleagues, and that actually share their services today. And we will then discuss. Sometimes a combination works well, because I know a few of you have reached out to your business facilitators, and also reached out to me and Sunaina. So when we listen to your problem, we will then know which combination of services that we could actually put together to give you a good value added service. So I think that's one thing that you could actually do to make your life easier as well. So think about it more like, we are more than happy for here to help you to navigate the challenges that, that all of us are actually experiencing right now. But running a business actually, adding another challenges, and we do understand that. And at Brunel University London, especially, and also Brunel Business School, we are here with you. And I always think about us. And if you have anything, anything in your mind, reach out to us, and we will try our best to actually solicit information and try to get. And we also work with a lot of partners, because before the meeting we had a quick chat, all of us together. And Gurnam from Co-Innovate just completed a partner meeting that actually have millions of funding as well, that to provide to small businesses. So I think if you're not really sure, we have a lot of other partners that we could actually share the network as well. I feel that we are here more like an ecosystem builder. We are making sure that you are with us in a journey, and we are here to help you to build your business ecosystem as well. So
if I may add,
yes,
just something on that, I think absolutely, Ainul is well spot on. And we understand that the challenges that the businesses, SMEs are facing. I mean, lots of us worked in the private sector before coming to universities as well. So we understand that language. And we also know the research innovation ecosystem is also a bit disrupted with the COVID as well. So how we can support, how we can do that hand-holding support, so there is a big appetite. And in particular, the West London, in the business sector, the impact of COVID, again, how there is a big effort happening with the university and other West London business actors as well to support SMEs and business organizations. So I think that part of the ecosystem is very much recognized, and we all are actually feeling for organizations there. And we want to support and strengthen your journey as well.
Hi, this is Pal Basati from Kinsey. Thank you so much. This was really useful. It's good to know that there are a whole host of services that you guys offer to sort of support the small to medium-sized enterprises. If a company had a project and they came to you to say, you know what, this will help the company as well as a potential student to sort of explore and build their capability, would that be something that you would consider?
Ooh, definitely. That is actually definitely that we can consider. When you, without even telling me what would be the challenge or the problem that you're trying to address, I can always say that, number one, co-innovate, we're more than happy to actually help you with that. And then we can actually build on to innovation voucher, and also looking into the nature of the project, usually if we actually run the program during the semester. So what we did with the previous SBLP participant, we actually offer what you call it, the student, more like a student consultancy work, where you put a challenge, like a marketing branding challenge, and then we create a brief together, and then we embedded your problem in one of our modules. So you will be able to get insight from, for example, 25 students presenting on the same issue, and you have a selection of ideas there, and our academics expert will then advise in terms of which one you should actually take, which one you should actually ignore, because that students' ideas sometimes can be creative, and sometimes can also be good to actually provide a new perspective in terms of what we are currently doing. We have done market research with our students in class. So if we prepare early for those who are interested, we could actually kickstart for our September sessions, where we embedded you in our modules, and you get insights on branding, on marketing research, project management, different area of issues that you require. And also dissertation. I think this is where co-innovate comes into the picture. I don't know, Gurnam, you want to say something about that, Gurnam?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ainul. Hi, Pal. So in answer to your question, I think it's important to first focus on what the business needs are, and if the business needs are, let's say, it's a critical aspect of the business and we need to access that skill set now, perhaps it could be a placement or an internship that would work better for you, because you need someone on site, and therefore we would then connect you with our professional Development Centre, which Rebecca introduced to you. If, however, you're quite interested in a research project where a student is actually focused on doing an in-depth piece of research, and you like the idea of a student working on their final year project, then certainly we would discuss how Co-Innovate can support you to deliver your requirements. And if the conversation is much bigger and wider, and the project is steering towards innovation that could lead into a discussion on grant funding applications, then we would then introduce you to my colleague Michael and our RSDO office, who would then have that in more in-depth conversation, and we would look to see if there's an academic who would be interested in that subject matter and will have the expertise as well. So, Paul, I think it starts off with the conversation, and what we've done today is either we've given you lots of exciting opportunities, or we've confused you. But what I wanted to be very clear about is that at Brunel University, colleagues have mentioned that it's like an ecosystem. We're here to first start off with that conversation, and as you can see, we're all connected. We all work with each other. So
that's wonderful. I mean, what I was going to do was, because when somebody says, you know, we can give you a space to create your lab environment, because we're around the corner from you guys in Uxbridge, so I was going to drive down and collect all my medical monitors and come to you, knocking on your door, really. So that was my next step.
Yes, that's ideal thinking, if I may come in your role. Yes. I think the original, your point, yes, you know, your need, I think from Business Resilience Fund, we say this request has to come from the business organization or the SME. Sometimes we have researchers who are excited to do lots of research, but how does it help the SME or the healthcare provider, business organization, so that you are first, and then we review internally, share it with the experts who would be the best fit for you, or if it's feasible as well. And then recruiting maybe a graduate research assistant or somebody, you know, through this voucher funding. So yes, this is a long term. In that process, if we need to bring some equipment to our lab, we may consider, you know.
He's looking out already, so okay.
Yes, but not just bringing all your equipment. Oh gosh. You know, so,
don't worry. I just think, you know, it's the piece of work that we're doing to help acute transfer teams who are saving the lives of our future generation pediatric care. And I think it'd be a great project for some of your students in terms of the forward-thinking innovation that we're doing. So that was just a thought. But yes, let's have a conversation.
Absolutely. And Pal, we have met in Birmingham a couple of years
ago. Yes, we did.
Yes, so
wow, that's a very good connection.
It's a small world.
Small world. Can I just simply bring Anuj? I know Anuj, I'm putting you on the spot here because I think Anuj has an experience as a business owner that engaged with our students through our modules via Co-Innovate as well in business school. I don't know, Anuj, are you willing to speak and share your experience?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Thank you, Anuj. Sorry that I put you on the spot.
That's okay. It's been a learning curve, I'll be very honest with you. I have learned along these weeks I've been working with Andy and everyone else. So one thing I learned about myself is my own leadership methods and how they were different to, or every time I have looked at the leadership's methods, they have been different, and you have to adapt to the situation. Resilience and pandemic has made a big difference to how I do things. And now we have another challenge. Hence I messaged you 5 minutes ago, can I have a one-to-one chat with you? Because that is something I want to now understand, that what do I need to do to make this business to get to the next stage? What kind of help and support I need to get to that stage? And how can Brunel help me to achieve that? Traditionally, I would say that asking for help is not my way of doing things. But I think it's a sign of a leadership asking for help, recognizing that there is an area of the business which need attention, and then working with professionals and individuals and see how you can implement the change, which is better for everyone. So Brunel has helped me in a way. I have been doing things. I am moving away from the business and delegating more. And rather than working in the business, I'm working on the business, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But
for
it is
using
work
that
in
verb.
progress.
Yes, I think another thing that I want to ask you, Anuj, remember you work with Dr. Lee Yuan there about the marketing planning. Do you want to share a little bit of experience on working with our academics, Lee Yuan Wei, with, I don't know, quite a lot of our students as well?
I think you will see that we didn't get through, and something happened and we didn't get through to the next day. So I am going to be working with him, and I will be in touch with him very soon. Yeah.
Right. Okay. You didn't actually manage to get to the next stage.
No, I didn't manage to do that. No.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because I thought that I remember your name is actually on the list of that module.
It was, yeah. But then I think at the last minute something happened and we couldn't work it out, and it was agreed that I'll be in touch again, which is what we're going to be doing. Yeah.
All right, that's quite good to know that. I think earlier on I matched Anuj business with Dr. Lee Yuan Wei to work on the marketing planning. So it's putting together a marketing planning. Students listen to you about your business, trying to understand about the brand, and then they will then research about the brand, your market, your competitors, and try to actually put together a marketing planning plan, a marketing planning report, and I think that would be an interesting options as well. These are, I'm just sharing you some examples. It's not something that like Michael and Gurnam said, that it always have to go into what is actually your needs, and I think that's a very, very important to have a conversation with us. So if we don't have any other questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say goodbye so that you can actually continue to do whatever you are doing, and thank you so much for being here with us and stay until the end. And thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future in Brunel. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.